Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson.
And his first pass is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A collegiate star here in the Buckeye State. It's J.K. Dobbins.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
But this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out, how vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy. It's not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Here we go. 11. 11 MT. 11 MT. 11.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Stop.
Mixon with a first down carry. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
11 MT, take.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. This defense, tough to run against. And those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the second level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On third down, Burrow. And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
So on fourth down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal.
From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good.
And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Taken at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And the first time out, they had the interception. That stopped their drive 3 points the other way, so now they work from behind.
They do, but he's got to walk out on the field like he's working from ahead. All right, he's got to walk out like, hey, I just threw a touchdown pass because all eyes on his team are on him. They gain their confidence from the way he reacts, his demeanor, and how he plays. He's got to show that he has confidence in himself.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep, right sideline.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
On one, right?
The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45.
And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
11.
From just shy of midfield, Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 26 and a first down.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
On two.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
11.
And Burrow going to throw again. Got a man open. It's Chase.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Burrow to his old LSU teammate Chase for a Bengal first.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
2nd down and goal. Burrow. The quick slant caught. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
combined touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Mixon trying to punch it in, and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals.
Joe Mixon
Punching it in from a yard away as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead grows to 10-0.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25.
Offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force the 3rd down.
Third and 2. Here's Jackson.
That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Now Jackson on 1st down.
Right back to Duvernay. That's complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He's got his man, it's Andrews.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They can probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. So a designed run all the way, and he took it the distance. I don't know that anybody saw that coming.
Well, on this play, how about the vision of it? Being able to see the open field, make his move, and get there. Oftentimes, defenses have a spy for the quarterback position to try and take care of it. On that play, if they did, it certainly didn't work. Yeah, there's no doubt.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got some space here. And he is finally brought down at the Ravens' 37-yard line.
58 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
They only needed a couple, but the blocking was good. And, of course, you can't tamp him down when he gets past that line of scrimmage.
No, and guess what? Not only were they physical at the point of attack, they executed so well. That's what you have to do in short yardage situations. Everyone has to be in the right spot, taking on a defender to give him the chance that they did, and he took full advantage of it.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. And now they will throw it with Burrow. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Here we go.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Mixing up the middle. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. He digs them partway out of the hole that they're in. It's an 8-yard gain, and it makes it 3rd and 12.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this will stay a 4-point game.
And now two problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Jackson's throws on target to Duvernay. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again on second down. Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And Jackson throwing once more. Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On third down, Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Tucker's kick is good, and that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
And Daxton Hill will bring this out of the end zone.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3.
And Hill will opt for the touchback.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Inside handoff to Mixon. Trucks over him. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
79 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Burrow on play action. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Here we go, here we go.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On third down, Mixon. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
11 mighty, 11 mighty. 11 mighty, 11 mighty. 11 MT, 11 MT. 11 MT, tight. 11,
They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
11 MT, 11 MT.
They go play action with Burrow. Rolling to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
A third quarter now, a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. An agile move, but not a huge gain. Dropped at the 25. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7.
11.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow looking for Chase on the out route. He's got him. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the red zone now, here's Burrow first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the sackmaster, Justin Houston, who comes up with it. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. So the completion good for just 3. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
They go play action with Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 down at the 31. Here's Jackson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Logan Wilson, the one who got in there and dropped him to the ground. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing is Jackson.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This for a fourth quarter lead. Tucker's kick is good. And they take the lead here by 2, 12-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice. Looking to throw again on second down. Burrow. He'll fire this complete to Hurst down the field. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That's good for a Cincinnati Bengals. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
11 Thomas.
First down. Here's Burrow. And his throw here is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
All right, ready?
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on second and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. On the very outer edge of field goal range, it would be 56 yards if they got nothing here on third down.
11 Thomas.
Burrow looking to pass. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
Well, there's a reason they call him a ball-hawking safety. It looked like he read that, Charles, and he wasn't stopping there. After he got it, he took it all the way to the house to widen their lead.
And what's interesting to me, Brandon, is that our spotter, Bruce Murray, right before that snap, pointed to his number on my play sheet. Got to see him a little bit as a ball hawk and a return man that time, didn't we? That's just the type of play they expect from him, and he delivers in a big way. Nice call, Bruce.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The
The Bengals drive about to get going. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. T. Higgins, 75 yards. And the Bengals have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Hill going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The slot man in motion right. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. From the 31, Jackson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Jackson to throw. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for Bengals TV. But part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because remember, they had a pick six on the other side, and now they get a pick six of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick six from earlier in this game.
And he is into the end zone as that pushes the lead up to 6. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one taken just inside the 10. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they have to try and move past that pick six because now they're dealing with a fourth quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points. And he gets this one just shy of the bat at the 39. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Andrews. He's got room at the 30. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 20.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TD. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, had some blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
And a heck of a return as he goes out of bounds across the 50 inside the 45.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Jackson.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Now Jackson.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. DJ Reader in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Oh, he makes the catch off the tip by the safety.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
Here's Jackson.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Jackson.
And I think the ball's out. Unfortunately, he's able to recover himself, but the clock's still rolling here. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Bengals are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all, and to me it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. He's going to go up top again. He's got him in. Complete.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. This was a very close close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle